I am going to show you how to create this beautiful mouse following before and after effect in Webflow. It's a clean way to show transformations, comparisons, or just add some motion to your site. So let's jump right in. So the basic idea is pretty simple. Here we have a before shot of a building riddled with pests and an after shot of the building after it has been serviced by this company. We've got two div containers stacked on top of each other, each holding its own image. The background image, which holds the before shot, always stays at full width, while the foreground image, which holds the after shot, changes its width based on where your mouse is on the background div. So if your cursor is sitting at 25% of the background div's width, the foreground div will shrink to 25% in width, revealing the part of the image underneath. And because the foreground div is fixed to the left side, as your mouse moves to the right, it expands right along with it. It's basically a live before and after slider that reacts instantly to your movement. So let's build this step by step. Here we have a blank canvas on Webflow. First, I'm going to drop in my background div and name it background image. So we're gonna go up here on the left panel, insert our div block, and name it background image. We're going to go ahead and insert our image by scrolling down to the image section, hit plus, choose image, and add the image that you want on the back. We're going to change the size settings to cover and this positioning to middle left. I'm also going to change the height to 50 rem so that we can actually see it. Then I'm going to add a brand new div inside my background image div and name it foreground image wrapper. This div is actually going to be the one that changes size based on the positioning of your mouse. Change the overflow settings to overflow hidden and add a right border of 2 pixels and make it white. Next, add another div within the wrapper and name it foreground image. So we're going to add another div block and name this foreground image. Insert your foreground image by going to image, hitting the plus sign, choose image, and selecting the image that you want on the front. Change the size settings to cover and the positioning to middle left. We're going to give this a height of 50 rem as well. Also change the width to 100 SVW. This is going to make it so that the image can stay at full width even though the wrapper is going to shrink in width when it follows your mouse. So now let's give the components a mouse hover animation. So click on your layers button here and select the background image div. Head over to the interactions tab, hit the plus sign next to the element trigger and click on mouse move over element. Click on select an action and hit play mouse animation. And once these options come up, click on the plus sign next to mouse animations. We're going to name this div slider. And because we're only we're adjusting the size horizontally, not vertically, we're only going to mess with the mouse X actions and not the mouse Y actions. So on this top section, hit the plus sign and down in miscellaneous, click size. And let's change the target of these by right clicking and selecting the foreground image wrapper on the left hand side. Same thing for the bottom end animations. Change target to foreground image wrapper. For the first one, let's start the width at 0%. And then for the last one, let's change it to 100%. With live preview on, we can test it out real quick, and so far, so good. So hit save, and let's go to the preview real quick. and give it a quick test. And looks like everything works. And that's it, your own interactive before and after reveal built completely in Webflow. It's a really clean way to make your designs feel more alive, and it works great for product comparisons, transformations, or even just storytelling through motion. What I love about this effect is how simple it is. It's just 3 divs and a mouse interaction. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like the video and subscribe. I share more Webflow builds, design techniques, and ways to make your website feel more dynamic. And if you're a business that wants a site with this kind of interactive experience, check out my studio, the link's in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next one.